Welcome to round 3 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of September 2nd. I'm Terry Morrow, and I'm here with Catherine Haleko.
Hello.
And Nicole Eridix.
Hi there.
We're moms of teens and young adults, and when it comes to parenting, we've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. But we're still waiting for that day when we'll reach the finish line and have no further need to lay down in a dark room with a wet rag over our eyes, worrying about something or other. Wednesday is complaint day here on Parenting Roundabout, and today we're complaining about having to share a kitchen with people who have different priorities and preferences than we do. You know, you want to make your kids independent. You want them to make their own dietary choices. You want them to maybe start paying for some of the things they enjoy eating. You want them to be, looking ahead to a time when they maybe will be on their own and have their own pantries and be making their own meals. All these things with my young adults, I'm excited to do from the point of view of burgeoning independence. But when they buy crackers and potato chips and cookies and delicious things that I want to eat when I am on a diet, it is not so wonderful. And when I, am, because I am a mom, judgy about their personal health and well-being and think maybe they should not be eating those things, it starts to be a little less of an ideal situation. I don't know if you guys have this as well. When you have, I think it's when your kids are little, you have a lot of control over what they eat, so it's not so much of an issue.
Right.
But with teens and young adults, they're living in my house. I still have an opinion about their appearance and about their health and, want to share the wealth of information from my decades in Weight Watchers, in and out of Weight Watchers, as to a healthy way to eat. And it is not appreciated. And I don't blame them because I would not have appreciated it when I was their age. And yet at the same time, listen to me. And please don't buy that thing that I will want to eat that will be calling to me from the pantry while I'm trying to keep to my points level.
That's the part that I struggle with so much. Like, don't buy that.
Cheez-Its.
Mm-hmm.
There are Cheez-Its in my pantry right now. Do you hear them? Do you hear them calling? They're saying, Terry, you could have a few. We're not that bad. Look at the serving size. How many points can we be? I think there are bacon-flavored Cheez-Its in my pantry.
Oh, my goodness. What?
This is not helpful.
Yeah. It's really hard. And, I personally don't enjoy going to the grocery store, and I try to get out of it. But then when I do get out of it, that means that I have no control over what's being purchased.
Exactly.
And what comes home. So
Yes.
that's a catch-22 right there. And, nobody in this house needs to be eating some of the things that somehow make their way through the doors.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it stinks. Yeah. And, there's been I've given up a few things because I didn't want other people in my house to eat them.
Yes. All noble-like.
But then, that means I don't get to have them. And that's too bad. Yes. But other people are not necessarily extending me the same courtesy.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't want to make a big deal about it because I don't want them to hide it in their bedroom because that's a bad habit, I want good habits going on. But, just
and also
not buy it at all.
Let's not have eating disorders.
Exactly. It's so delicate. It's so delicate when you have a child, especially a daughter, that you want to express concern for, achieving a healthy weight without inducing eating disorders. It's such a fine line, and everything on the internet is screaming to you, don't say anything!
Right.
But at the same time, there are health issues. So, and I don't really want anybody saying to me, hey, health-wise, maybe you could drop a few pounds. I wouldn't want to hear it now. I didn't want to hear it when I was my kid's age. But it's like a constant hum underneath your daily existence of when is something going to break out and somebody's going to say, do you really want to eat that? Or why did you buy that? Or how many calories are in that thing? And then, suddenly we're on, Dr. Phil.
It's just another example of how it's hard to live with other people.
Yes, it's the too many adults in one house thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, and then when they're away too, you worry as well. I'm pretty stressed about what Kristen's going to eat.
Oh, yeah. Freshman 15, right?
Yeah. But at the same time, it was so difficult. Like, our family has so many different tastes and interests, and I just, when I don't do the shopping, and my husband does, oh my gosh.
Oh dear.
So I'm really, it's a struggle.
And yet at the same time, any conversation involving healthy eating is going to mention vegetables, and so that puts you in a bad place.
Exactly. Yeah, you're one to talk.
Don't eat all this crummy stuff, but no, don't eat the vegetables either. They're disgusting.
Well, I
drink a lot of water.
I do provide fruits and vegetables. I just eat them in a limited way.
Yes.
But we do have them daily.
Yes. Don't eat as I eat as I say.
Exactly.
It's just so everlastingly unfair that delicious things are bad for you and less delicious things are good.
Mm-hmm.
That's so wrong. And when kids point it out to you, but I like this thing, there's just no good answer to that.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And we also have the disadvantage of having in this house 2 people who can eat whatever they want and not gain weight, and 2 people who cannot.
Yeah.
So there's a lack of sympathy running one direction. Well, actually, a lack of sympathy for weight gain in one direction, and then just but you eat that, going the other way. It's just so unfair.
Well, it's hard for, lack of sympathy in basically either direction.
Yes.
It's not fair.
It's really not. And it's also not fair to say, do not bring any of that into this house when half the residents at the house can eat it with impunity. So we need like 2 pantries, one of them locked, so Mom doesn't have to see what's in it.
Right.
And
only the 2 eat anything people can have the key.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the other one is full of rice cakes and despair.
Celery.
Despair.
Well, we get around that by hiding it's just such a silly game, and I think I've talked about it.
That's like unhealthy in other ways. So I don't want to encourage that, but I do kind of want to encourage
well,
that.
it's not, it's only between my husband and I. So it's kind of like a cat and mouse game kind of thing. Because he'll say, "Where did you hide the chocolate?" And I'll be like, "I'm not telling." And then he goes and looks for the chocolate. And then I know that he's bought some, and I'll be like, "Where did you hide the chip?"
Oh,
I'm not telling.
Oh,
So my kids are not involved in that at all.
Yeah.
It's between my husband and I.
Yeah.
Because we try, we're trying to be, we've got to do this together. We've got to lose weight together, and we've got to eat healthy together. And then, of course, somebody goes and buys something that violates.
Pay no attention to the chocolate bar behind the curtain.
So the rules are violated, and then we have to hide it. But then the other person knows that the rules are violated.
Yeah.
So they feel entitled to get into this secret stash because the rules
course.
are broken.
Because we know that, there was bought with 2 of us in mind.
Yeah, my husband is one of the can eat anything people in the house, and he will sometimes nobly eat things that he knows I shouldn't eat, but it's like that I kind of want to sneakily eat anyway, and I get mad at him,
And I was just trying to help.
Exactly. He's being all noble, but I know that's what he's doing. I know he's eating that to keep me from eating it, not because he wants to eat it himself. And it's just, food can get so messed up, man.
Oh, yes.
It should just be, the thing we have for sustenance and nothing more. But there's so much emotional weight.
Oh, so much. And my husband really finds it therapeutic to cook, but when he cooks, it's meat or pasta or it's not like veggie stir fry.
Yeah,
I mean, he can and he does cook other things sometimes, but it tends to not be maybe what I would choose.
No.
No. But you can't discourage him because the act of doing it is therapeutic. And then you don't want to say, well, thanks for cooking that, honey, but don't eat any of this, please.
Yeah, but I'm not going to eat it.
Yeah, my husband cooks the dinners, and I just always find a way to eat whatever gets cooked. Some days it's high in, I have to adjust otherwise in my day to accommodate it. But we all eat the same thing for dinner, and I like that. And, secretly, I so enjoy the bad stuff. It's like, well, I am dieting, but, my darling husband cooked this for us, and it's important that we as a family all sit down and eat it. So I guess I'll have some.
I'll just have to.
You'll have to sacrifice yourself.
Yes, you get some sort of points for that, right?
It's just not Weight Watchers points.
Weight Watchers should have an exemption for, pleasing my loved ones.
Right.
It's like, the church will give you an exemption from going to Mass if it's like bad weather or you're sick. Weight Watchers should say, well, okay, you shouldn't have eaten that, enormous plate of spaghetti and meatballs, but we understand. It's cool.
Yes.
Don't worry about tracking that at all.
Right.
No. Those are bonus points. That's extra credit.
My advice for Weight Watchers.
Credit.
I hope they're listening. Let's tag them in this. It seems there should be emotional support points that can be exchanged from time to time.
Just like the dorm cat.
That's right.
Well, you got me thinking about food, so really, can we stop talking about this now?
Time to stop talking and get a snack.
That's right.
Jesus.
That's it for today's round 3. Tune in tomorrow when we'll obsess about how we make our kids' lives easier, and then come back on Friday to see what we've come up with for our Roundabout picks this week. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.